Some people who live in Oxon Hill, Maryland, are concerned about a proposed new way to support their energy needs.
Pepco wants to build its first battery energy storage system, and it would be on Livingston Road. It's an alternative to expanding the community's existing substation, and it's a cleaner alternative to traditional energy. But as Prince George's County Bureau Chief Tracee Wilkins shows us, some are questioning if it should be so close to homes.
Pepco is planning to build its first battery energy storage system in a residential area of Oxon Hill near its substation. During its latest meeting with the community today,
we are continuing to monitor the discussions around community concerns for the battery.
There was more pushback.
When we ask questions about health and how will it affect our health, things of that nature, we can't get any answers.
This project actually allows us to bring this clean energy technology first to Prince George's County.
For months now, Pepco has been meeting with residents explaining the project.
The substation is expected to reach maximum capacity in a few years, and this battery storage will allow us to be able to meet those customer demands in a more environmentally friendly way instead of expanding our existing substation or building an entirely new substation.
Residents say while they support clean energy, they question the safety of an untested 1,200 square foot, 8-foot tall battery unit just 33 yards away from the nearest home.
This just does not seem to be enough research, and they haven't been answering the questions clearly at all.
Professor Afodike Azakoye, mechanical engineer with the University of Texas at Austin, has a grant from FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security to study battery storage system failures.
And unfortunately, there have been incidents already in which firefighters have been injured or killed, for example, in China, when these systems explode.
Azakoye says local fire will need special training. He's currently studying if the fumes from failures or fires are toxic and how communities should respond.
Is it a shelter in place? Is it an evacuation? And so these are the types of things that we want to obviously understand better so that we can provide guidance to decision makers.
Azakoye says battery storage systems will be as common as gas stations in the future, and he and others are working to make sure that future is safe.
It has a way to go still. That's the issue.
Pepco is in the process of getting permitting for this project. They're expecting there to be public hearings on it coming up in March, and they're hoping to break ground in April, with this being completed by October of this year. I'm Tracee Wilkins, News 4.
Pepco is also planning to build a similar battery station in Montgomery County, but it will not be in a residential area there. We reached out to Prince George's County Fire. They tell us that they are preparing by working with Pepco and consulting with other fire departments.
Today, the Prince George's County Planning Board voted in support of a battery storage unit that many residents are against.
The 1 megawatt system is a new technology for Pepco. It's planning to construct its first one in a neighborhood along Livingston Road in Oxon Hill.
Prince George's County Bureau Chief Tracee Wilkins explains why residents are so concerned about this new proposal.
Now, we have a number of opponents.
Today, the Prince George's County Planning Board heard both sides in a debate over a proposed battery energy storage system. Pepco says if Southern Prince George's County doesn't get additional power by 2027, its current grid will begin to fail. It says this is a clean energy solution.
2027 will bring some changes within the area.
Those in opposition say while they're in favor of clean energy, they don't want their community to be the test site for Pepco's practice run with battery-powered technology.
We are adamantly against the site location on Livingston Road, given the proximity to residential homes.
Experts say battery storage units are prone to catch fire. Back in February, we spoke with a professor of mechanical engineering who studies them.
And unfortunately, there have been incidents already in which firefighters have been injured or killed, for example, in China, when these systems explode.
Researchers are still looking into whether communities will need evacuation zones and what training is necessary for fire departments. Pepco says it needs to build the system first before it can fully train first responders.
So between now and then, before the system's actually constructed, is when we're developing and partnering with them to develop the response plan.
For more than a year, Pepco has met with citizens, and in today's presentation, it presented pictures of improved fencing, walls, and landscaping. Residents say how it looks is the least of their concerns.
Would you want this battery storage unit in your backyard?
Because of the kind of case this is, the planning board couldn't vote up or down on this project. They could only make suggestions. The next board to hear it will be the Department of Permitting and Inspections, and there they can decide whether they're going to issue the permits for construction or not. I'm Tracee Wilkins, News 4.